Good Sunday morning, everyone. I can't believe it, but we are in Module 4, week number 1, and we are really getting into our thinking about our Chapter 3, or our methods chapter. It was great to read where you're going with your introductory chapters, and I'll be looking forward to seeing how you flesh out your methods chapters as well. A couple of hints. Number 1, read, read, read. So it feels like this is supposed to be a linear process where you should know everything and then you put it all on paper and you're like, oh, okay, we're good. And you realize, wait, there's parts missing, there are things missing. That is fine. What you need to do is go do a little bit more reading. You need to go find more sources. And if you're in chapter 2, you are probably doing that already. But for chapter 3, it is essential that you understand your method very well. That doesn't mean that your method has to be set in stone, or that your method can't change, or there might be something that you don't get enough data, or you don't have enough representatives or enough participants, and you need to change to a case study or something to that effect. Things happen in research. That's a fact. We're working with people. But you need to know your options, and you need to know all the aspects of those options. So a few things that you might want to do when you're thinking about chapter 3. Make sure you are looking for studies that are similar to yours, that or that might use the same method. It doesn't have to be similar, and it doesn't have to be in the same discipline, but that use the same method, and take a look at how they write up their method sections. And you can find those in ProQuest in a dissertation database. You can also find those on the Ed Research and Writing Center. There's a number of examples that you can take a look at. The other thing I recommend is that you get some books. Either check them out or buy them if you're going to be somebody who wants to continue to do research in your chosen method or general method. Now, if you've been at Edgewood for most of your process, you've probably come across the Creswell book and the Saldana book. The Creswell book is one that is highly recommended, and I have it on our introduction page. Really steps you through the process of each of these methods. And the Saldana book steps you through the process of coding. Coding is such an important aspect of collecting qualitative or dealing with qualitative data. If you don't do it right, it makes your study less valid, it makes it less reliable. So that's why that is essential. So make sure you are reading, make sure you're fleshing out your ideas, and I will keep taking a look at your work as it comes in. Also, don't forget that if you have any questions or you're not sure which method to use, we've got experts in methods over at Edgewood, and you're welcome to schedule a meeting with them. Dr. Brown is the qualitative expert. Dr. Yen Lee is the quantitative expert. Dr. Trueblood, who is new to this year, can do both. And Dr. Adi prefers to do qualitative, but could probably give you a little bit of advice on quantitative. I'm happy to help you think about a method or shape method or suggest methods, but I would rely on the faculty experts to really step you through the process, or if it's something complicated, to really think about setting up a time for that time. And by complicated, once you talk to the experts, you start realizing, darn it, it is more complicated, because we really are producing new knowledge, and we want that new knowledge to be reliable, and we want it to be valid. All right, have a great week. I look forward to reading your reflections from last week and your reflections coming up this week. Talk to you soon.